And we are back. What's up, everybody, on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Monday morning? You know why it's so beautiful, people out there, everybody out there in audio land, everybody out there watching, no matter where you catching the stream, whether you catching on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, wherever you catching it. You know why this is a beautiful Monday? Because
Why is it beautiful?
this is the first official Monday after we had a whole schedule and a slew of NFL games. Now, it might be NFL preseason games, but this is the first Monday after a slate of NFL games in 2025. I am excited. We already told y'all what time it is. It's football, baby. We are back. So we're going to start this thing off just like that, B Rich. For the first Monday after the preseason, man, how are you feeling on this Monday? We won't even talk about the Falcons just yet. Just how are you feeling as a football fan? Let's dive into that first.
Man, I am feeling that we are 2 games closer to the preseason being over with, and it's ready for football, baby. Get to see what Michael Penix Jr. do and the Falcons. I'm really excited about that. I know you say don't talk about the Falcons. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. It just feels good that finally football season's here, and we get a chance to see how our team's gonna do in the rest of the NFL. And I had a chance to really see what our boy did, man. Our boy Deion Sanders' son, man, Shador. Did you watch the game? You seen the highlights of that?
Yeah, I've seen the highlights of Shador. I've definitely seen Shador. You know, a few people have been putting out a lot of different videos about Shador. A lot of the kids from Colorado. Period. So go ahead and speak on it. You brought up Shador. Go ahead and speak on his NFL debut, be it being in the preseason. But speak on it, man. Tell me what you think.
Man, I think he had a good game, man. It was the first game of his NFL career. He started the game. I love the way he drove the ball consecutively down. I mean, just driving, commanding the offense, man. Throwing 2 touchdowns. I like the way he came into the stadium, on his own terms, listening to his own music, had his own background music playing. And I even seen somebody on Twitter, a reporter talking about before the game, was like, "Hey, is this what you want to see from the starting quarterback? Did he do the right thing?" I'm like, damn, well, they really had that man under a fishing tank, man, under a microglass, man, microfine glass.
Yeah,
Crazy.
got the man under the microscope, man, and the magnifying glass. I will say this, man. You got one of those automated cameras, and it just keeps zooming in, zooming out. You have
Really?
one of those cameras. Yeah, you have one of those cameras that follows your movement. It zooms out, it zooms in, it zooms out. I mean, it just keeps doing it while you're talking. It just keeps moving.
Oh, okay.
Might want to check the settings on this thing the next time. But look, far as Shador goes, I'm gonna start off like this, and I haven't touched on this part of it a whole lot, but I'm gonna say this. I'm sick and tired of the criticism. Like, man, I saw a video where these 2 reporters in Cleveland. I don't know if they were on the radio or if they were TV personalities from that way, or if one was a beat writer and another. But I saw this clip. I think it was on Instagram or TikTok, one of them, where they got into it because one guy was complaining, basically he was saying Shador Sanders was having a sore arm. This was before the game. He was saying Shador Sanders was having to sit out a little bit one of the practices because he had a sore arm because he was throwing too much. And the dude was like, it's just ridiculous what he's doing. He's taking all this extra time just throwing the ball. Now he has a sore arm. And the dude was like, are we really getting on this young man about practicing? This man practicing more is something you see as a negative. I mean, people are just pulling. Boy, you know how they say people pull it up out of their crack. You already know what I'm talking about. People are pulling comments. People are pulling comments from the backside. Quit pulling comments out the seat of your pants. I won't even say the cuss word. You know what I'm talking about. Leave the young man alone. If you're on the other end, if you have something personal against him, no matter what it is, or even if you just don't believe he can be successful as a football player, that's cool. But keep the personal stuff, keep the ignorant comments to yourself. You cannot bring up the man practicing too much. Man, shut up. You know what I love to say. Boy, you better
stop.
Man, stop it, man. Just stop it, man. Shador Sanders, to me, he showed that he's ready for the moment. You know, of course, he's playing with the backups. He was playing against backups. So, of course, everybody say, hey, we want to see him against the starters. That's true. But he showed poise. The moment wasn't too big. He got out the pocket when he needed to get out the pocket. He stayed poised. He made the throws he needed to throw. He ran for a first down here and there. He got away from pressure. Like he showed the things that you want to see from a starting quarterback. But there was some other starting quarterbacks across the league. Hint, New Orleans. Talking about you, some possible future quarterbacks who got in and immediately showed they weren't ready for the moment. And so this is not the end of his story. We won't make it like all he has to show. He has to keep
Yeah.
building. But from
Gotta
what I
keep
saw,
building.
I like what I saw out of Shedeur Sanders, and everybody who had something to say, boy, you better stop. Shut your mouth.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that concerned me was some of the passes he was throwing that was completing. It was in them tight windows. And that was kind of scaring me. It reminded me, forgive me what I'm about to say. I'm not saying he reminded me, but I just remember his rookie year, and he threw some of the same close passes like that. Was Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter in his rookie year when he was in the preseason was throwing them same balls that was kind of like it could go either way. That was only my concern with Shedeur. Like some of those could turn into picks. So I want to make sure he steps that up and gets that together.
Yeah, please do, man. We listen. We bet not bring up Desmond Ritter when we talk about Shedeur. You know, Desmond Ritter had that foolish throw that went to the end zone and should have been a pick, but some kind of way the defender didn't catch it. Our guy caught it. But what I saw from Shedeur Sanders, I mean, you want a quarterback who can thread the needle. Everybody not going to be open. To me, so the thing we hear the most about the transition from college to NFL for quarterbacks is knowing when a receiver is open. Like in college, everybody's open. They wide open. You see, oh my God, he is open. Let me throw him the ball. In the NFL, no one is ever going to be 100% just wide open. Now, it's going to happen every now and then, a busted play, but for the most part, the defender is going to be in a good position. You just have to put it in the area. The quarterbacks have to put it in the area where only their receiver can catch or they can make a play, put a body on them, you know what I'm saying, position themselves to where they come down with the ball. So I don't mind so much the tight throws. I get what you're saying. You kind of want to see him not. I don't know if some of those throws were risky. Maybe you might be saying some of his throws were risky. I think that's what we saw out of Desmond Ritter, at least from my perspective. I think he made a bunch of risky throws. But man, I like what I'm seeing out of Shedeur Sanders. Shout out to that young man and everybody who has something to say.
Yeah, shout out, man.
Shut it up, man. Shut it up, man.
Hey, Trey, I want to ask you, man, who was your standout from Friday's game, man?
Well, Friday game. I guess we jumping right on to the Falcons.
Oh, I mean, well, hold on. What you want to talk about? What you want to talk about?
Nah. It's all good, man. Like we can jump right on into the Falcons. So from the Atlanta Falcons, I don't necessarily have one standout. I was gonna save this for the end of when we talk about the Falcons, but I'm gonna say this first, and then I get into the players, right? Then I get into individual players.
All right, let me take this down. All right.
No, keep that up. Keep that up. Yeah, because you say who the standout, man. My standout right now from the game is the entire Atlanta Falcons team, the entire Atlanta Falcons organization, the entire Detroit Lions team, and the entire Detroit Lions organization for recognizing that things are bigger than football. It's a bunch of people who may have been betting on games, had a bunch of prop bets. It's a bunch of people I saw pissed off that the Falcons stopped the game when the young man got hurt and had to be carted off the field and had to be sent to the hospital. There are people out there who are upset. But my standout from the game is those young men and those coaches and everyone standing for something bigger than football. I respect it. I love to see it. I love to see all the young men huddled up in a moment of prayer for the young man. That's my standout of the game overall. That's the thing I took away from the game the most. Now we'll get into X's and O's and the technical part, but I would not be who I am if I didn't start there. I think it was just awesome. I think it was something to be respected. I think that we all need to realize life is much bigger than our careers. Life is much bigger than the things we do for enjoyment. Life is much bigger sometimes than the things we do to make money. You know what I mean? And the fact they rallied around that young man and they went ahead and let the clock run out. I'm sure they had to get permission from up top for them to be able to do that. But I think it was a cool moment. Man. What did you think about that particular moment?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen them suspend the game, like that. I think one was done with Hamlin. I think that game was suspended, but I've never seen one for the Falcons or that type, man, where they started the clock back up and they just sat there and waited. The first time I ever seen that. Yeah, man, I like the fact that they made it more about the player than they did about the game, because that was a serious moment. I didn't know what was going on, man. I was hoping dude was all right. Come to find out he was okay, but man, I was thinking some of the worst, man. Dude didn't have no movement, didn't give a thumbs up or anything. So I'm glad that he's okay. I think the NFL handled it the right way. The Falcons, the Detroit Lions, I think they did the right thing for the moment. So yeah, man, I love to see that, and all the players came together, was on one knee, and then in the middle of the when they started back, they got in a circle and prayed. I thought that was special.
Oh yeah, it was, man. So salute to all those players. Salute to the young man. We hope everything is good with him, that he continues to stay healthy. Yeah, man. Beach Bum Bullet said, when the greater ambulance on the field, it's a tough moment. Prayers up. My boy Jimmy Slayton, my partner since elementary, my
Hi,
partner
what up,
since
Jimmy?
second grade, my partner since second grade. Real story. My partner since second grade. He was talking about when I was speaking about Shador. He said, "We talking about practice. I mean
I mean,
practice."
practice.
Yeah, and then
And
we got
Adam
Swat
Ivan's voice.
Muhammad. Yeah, then we got Swat Muhammad said Atlanta Falcons. Then Georgia ATL said, "What's up, brothers and sisters?" All right, man. What's up, everybody? So look, so let me get into some of the standouts of the game. My first two um that I want to bring up, man. Now, one player, he's been a starter. We've been hoping that he'll get himself together. This is his fourth year, and he was playing against third and fourth stringers. So we have to take this with a grain of salt. But he was out there getting pressure. He did force a fumble. He was out there making some plays, and that's Armor Ebiketie. You know what I'm saying? On the Ebiketie, he was coming off the edge. He was looking like a fire breather. Man, he was getting to the quarterback. He was really causing pressure at the times that he was in the game. Now, mind you, this is a guy who's a fringe starter, who's been a starter before, who was going against third and fourth stringers, or maybe second, third, and fourth stringers. So I would love to see that translate over into the game against the number ones. But I got to give Armor Ebiketie, some time when it comes to me talking positive, because I've been really critical of some of his play and his development, wanting to see more out of him.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go to Brandon Dorless. I'm gonna go to Brandon Dorless on the inside, second year player, man, coming out of Oregon, playing in the interior. We've been looking for that interior pass rush. Great is gone. Who's gonna be that guy? We got a row. You know what I'm saying? A row. You know what I'm saying? Him and Brandon Dorless were both drafted in the same draft last year, and so Brandon Dorless didn't get as much burn as Roro last year, but it was good to see Brandon Dorless get him some pressure, cause another fumble. That's the one fumble that did get lost, that the Falcons recovered. So I'm gonna start with those two players who I'm sure. I don't know if everyone thought that that's where most people would start. There are some other players that I think a lot of people want to start with, but I'm gonna go ahead and give Arnold Ebiketie some love, because I'm very critical of him. And then Brandon Dorless, shout out to the second year man coming in his first preseason game. Man, nice move over, not nice arm over, bam, swim move, got to the quarterback, knocked the ball out. Beautiful. Now there was some pressure coming from the edge that got him that one-on-one. But man, I really think it was really dope, man. Shout out to Brandon Dorless and shout out to Arnold Ebiketie, man. I'm gonna start with those two. I have more players to speak about, but I'm gonna start with those two, man. You go ahead, man. Who do you want to talk about? Who are some of your standout players from Friday night's preseason game for the Atlanta Falcons against the Detroit Lions?
Man, I was really happy to see safety DeMarco Helms. I really was happy to see him out there balling, man, laying the wood down. He was causing some havoc back there. Looked like he gonna turn out to make this roster. Hopefully, he can build upon his injury last year. I know he was having a great training camp last year before he got hurt. He got hurt the first game of preseason game of last year, so see him make it through that and to really ball out and stand out. That was really good. Also, man, I was surprised about the quarterback, man. What's his name? Easton Stick. I think that's his name. Let me make sure. Easton Stick, man. He was out there sticking them passes right on through, man. He had a slow start, but he ended up getting the ball to the guys. And I really noticed somebody that I didn't notice, Chris Blair. Chris Blair seems to be a receiver that's been around, like I think he's 26, 27. Man, his physique was really big. Remind me of T.O., man. They threw the ball to him in the right corner of the end zone, and the defender was all over his back, interference, and he still caught the ball, man, in stride, touchdown, and he went to just flexing. I was like, oh, that was a good catch. Let's see what he can do. And then we had another standout receiver, Dylan Drummond. Dylan Drummond, man, they threw the ball to him 8 times, and guess what? He caught the ball 8 times. for like 60-some yards, man. He really showed his slant routes, straight ahead routes. He was catching everything that was being thrown to him, man. So I was really surprised. I mean, I was really happy to see that from our team. And I saw the guy, the tight end that Ryan the historian was talking about, Joshua Simon. Joshua Simon, 2 for 2. They threw the ball to him twice. He caught it twice, and he had some production. I like to see. I saw his hustle. I saw him, catching, running. He looked like he could do something, man. Like he may make the team as well. So I'm kind of seeing what Ryan saw. So yeah, man. That's a lot more. So I got a chance to see Javon Walker out there looking like a dog. I really couldn't see Walker. Pierce, man. I really couldn't. I didn't really pay attention to Pierce. How did he do?
Oh man, Pierce had Pierce really. So coming away from that game, Pierce is the person who everybody's raving over the most. When you see people who don't, who kind of like were breaking down film on the game, people have been really raving about Pierce. Pierce was like making a lot of, he was causing a lot of pressure. He was doing a lot of the right things. It didn't result into any sacks, man. But number one, they were out there double teaming him. I even saw Jalen Walker get double teamed one time. But man, they were chipping James Pierce Jr. They were putting the tight end over to give help. Like I said, they were chipping with the running back already with the Detroit Lions, second, third, and fourth stringers in. They did not want James Pierce Jr. to come in and wreak havoc and wreck their game plan. And the fact that he's already getting that kind of respect, I mean, hey man, I got to give James Pierce Jr. a lot of respect. He made a lot of plays, getting into the backfield, causing pressure. So I think he looked good. I think it was a good first game for him. I think Jalen Walker, I think it was a good first game for him. I didn't see him flash as much as James Pierce. Seemed like James Pierce may have got a little more burn than Jalen Walker. But I saw Jalen Walker, man. I saw him stand up, hold the edge on a real good run play. Saw him get in, cause some pressure on another play. Saw him dropping out into coverage. Had a man heavily covered, dropping from the line, getting back there in coverage. So we seeing, man, I feel good about the possibilities of the Falcons. We have to see everything take place on the field. But damn it, I feel good. I'm just gonna feel good right now. I feel good. I feel good because finally the Falcons moved to address an area that we as the fans, and I know the fans, we don't know everything. Oh, y'all can say what we want. Y'all some casuals. That's what some people like to say. Y'all some casuals. Well, guess what? Sometimes the casuals know and see what the team needs. And we've been hollering pass rush. And my God, it feels good to see that the organization was on the same page that we were on, but not only on the same page, but when they got some players that look like from right now, boy, they got the real good look. You see the highs? They got the look like it might be the right guys.
One of those plays, man,
might be the right guys.
One of those plays, man. When the defensive tackle up the middle, when he stripped the ball away, that was a 4-man pressure, and I know that I saw that broken down when I was scrolling and looking at Twitter. They broke it down, and it was a 4-man pressure. And it's like, hey man, this is potentially what the Falcons rush can look like, and if you can get this type of pressure from those 4 guys, that's what we've been wanting. So when he came in, and like you said, when the guy stripped the fumble, the guys came in from the edge. They came in, and that caused the quarterback to move up in the middle, and the defensive tackle came in and stripped the ball, man. Who was that guy again? Brandon Dorless. Dorless. We drafted him last year. I can't remember if he was a 3rd or 4th round pick, but he came up out of Oregon, very successful. Successful out in Oregon, very successful at getting to the quarterback. He dropped a little bit. I don't know if it was because of size or whatever it was, but hey, man, Brandon Dorless, we hoping he can be a player. Like I say, him and a Roro. You know what I'm saying? We went 2 D tackles last year. We pass rush. Man, they end up taking, which we know, the quarterback, and then they got the pass rushers a little later, but these were more interior type pass rushers, not necessarily the edge guys. And so, hey man, let's hope if Brandon Dorless turns out to be a guy, if a Roro, you know what I'm saying? If he turns out to be a guy, Ricky Smith say we got Brandon Dorless in the 4th round. If he turns out to be a guy, and then the way they've been playing Zach Harrison, they've moved Zach Harrison more to playing on the interior. He's more of a big defensive end. Zach Harrison out of Ohio State, who he's been with us 2 years now. His first year when Arthur Smith was still here, he got in at the end of the year, last 6 games, man, and had about 6 sacks.
And so coming into last year, we thought that he was going to get a lot of burn for whatever reason. Coach Morris and the staff, Jimmy Lake, didn't really put Zach Harrison on the field a lot. And all of us were like scratching our heads like, he's a guy who we all like labeled and targeted as a person that we need to watch, who could potentially build on his rookie year. He didn't get that much burn. He came in. They started finally putting him in the second stretch of the season. And then he started making plays. Now, did he just fill up the stat sheet with sacks? No, he didn't. But you can see his presence on the field. They're seeming to kick him more toward the inside. He's a bigger defensive end, kind of lengthy. I don't know. Like I say, I'm about to say a name, and I'm not comparing him to him, but I'm just saying if they can take this defensive end and they can move him to the interior, and he can have the same kind of effect that Michael Bennett had when he was with the Bucs, and when he had what he had with the Seahawks when Dan Quinn got him with Seattle, and would kick him on the inside. He'll play defensive end and kick him on the inside when it was time to rush the passer. If Zach Harrison can make plays similar to that, I think Michael Bennett is a much faster pass rusher than Zach Harrison is. But if he can be of that same ilk, kind of cut from that same cloth, hey man, we might have some real packages to throw out there. You know what I mean? You got Leonard Floyd. You still got Leonard Floyd. You still got Braylon Trice. You still got Arnold Ebiketie. You got Jalen Walker. You got James Pierce Jr., all those edge players. And then if you can fill up the middle with a row, you know what I'm saying? Row.
You know, it's funny that the announcers was doing the same thing with a row.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, if he can turn into one of those guys, if Brandon Douglas can turn into one of those guys, if Zach Harrison can turn into one of those guys, Taquan Graham, I don't know if he's going to make the team or not, but he's been somewhat of a stable presence, kind of a big guy. I want to say this Taquan Graham, like third or fourth year with us. Now, I know some people don't like him because he's the guy who recovered the fumble and then fumbled the ball again. That cost us that one game. I don't know if you remember that game. I can't remember if that was last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. He recovered a fumble, I think that may have been last year. I think against the Chargers. He recovered a fumble, then tried to run with it and fumbled it again. And Chargers got the ball back, then went down and scored, and they ended up beating us that game. But anyway, that might be what our pass rush looks like. So let's just see how these young guys push some of these rookies. Let's just see, how things go and how this thing shapes out. But I'm feeling good about what I'm seeing.
Yeah, me too, man. We are the Waterboyz Show. This is the #1 sports podcast in Atlanta, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share this live, man, and subscribe to all the channels that we have, the Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everything, man, that we have, man. Y'all make sure y'all support the YouTube, everything. Make sure you share the live now, man. Tell somebody about us. That's how you give back to us. If you like what we're doing, man, put a comment in the chat. Share the live. Let us know how we doing, man, and how we can get better and some of the guests you'd like to see us on.
Yes. And hey, D. Logan, appreciate that. Yes, and especially to everyone who's on Twitter. They some call it X. You know what I'm saying? X gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But to all of those who are on Twitter, yes, if everyone on Twitter, if you could find it in your heart to share this live stream, it definitely helps us, helps more eyes get turned on to the Waterboyz Show, and it really helps. We appreciate everybody tuning in.
Yes, man. So Trey, where do we go from here, man? Like we had a good game. It was ended, to an unfortunate accident that happened, but thank God he's still he came out of it, not. I thought he was, man. I ain't gonna say it, but thank God he's able to see his family, man. Where do we go from here, man? Who would you like to see in the next preseason game this week, man? What are you looking for? What do you want to see? What are some of the things that we can improve on?
Well, the first thing that I'm watching is I'm paying attention to practice. It's the joint practices this week. This is the time that our starters are really going to get the playing time. They're not going to really play in the preseason that much. I think that injury that happened with Detroit is just going to be more fuel to the fire for Raheem Morris to keep those starters out. But these joint practices should be something that should be heavily watched. So before we even get to the preseason game, let's all make sure that we tuned in to every tweet that's coming from the joint practices. Pay attention to what's going on with the Falcons against the Tennessee Titans. We should be able to hear some good things about our ones going up against their ones, or ones against twos, offense against defense. And let's see how things go. Now, when it comes to the preseason game, I want to continue to see what the kicking competition is going to be. I think Koo has it sold up. My man, the young guy, he hit one, but then he missed another.
Man, he
I
hit one
still
from
think
57 yards, man.
yeah, he did, and then he turned around and missed a shorter one,
52,
But
Mr. 52
yeah,
yards.
yeah. So I think they should still keep him tucked. I would love to see Koo just come in and just really take the bull by the horns, as they say, take this position and hold the young man off and show us that Koo is back, ready to get back to his winning kicking ways. You know what I mean? But let's keep him in the fold. And one thing that we didn't speak about last week, I'm paying attention to the running back competition. We know we have Bajan. See, when you have a position that you feel so great about, sometimes it's hard to put the focus on who's behind them. But we have Bajan, we have Tyler Algier, but we know injuries happen. So I want to see how that backup running back position continues to unfold in front of everyone. And D Alford on defense. We got to see D Alford come back and not get lost in coverage. Him and somebody, he got picked on a play, got beat for a really deep pass. I'm sure that's not what the Atlanta Falcons coaching staff wanted to see. I think Billy Bowman is one of the people they brought in when they drafted him from Oklahoma. That they're putting in position to probably push D Alford and some of the other DBs to get some playing time. I would love to see D Alford kind of get himself back into position, start making some plays, so he's getting out of whatever funk he may be in. So those are the things that I'm gonna be watching next preseason game. I don't think we're gonna get much burn out of the starters. And then I just want to see our rookies just keep building. I want to see Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr. I want to see Brandon Doyless, who we talked about. I want to see a Row. I want to see these guys continue to build, and I want to see what the backup linebackers and some of our linebacking core looks like. I want to see how that continues to unfold and what that depth is starting to look like.
I want to ask you a question, Trey.
What's up?
I never heard of Easton Stick until the preseason game. I think I seen us trade for him from the Los Angeles Chargers. Can he be, if Kirk Cousins is moved on in preseason, for some injured quarterback, to another team, can Easton Stick be our backup quarterback and be successful at it? What is your opinion on that?
Man, I'm okay. Let me ask you this before to answer that. When you say be successful, what does successful mean?
I'm saying, can he, if something was to happen, can he lead us to the playoffs?
Oh boy, we cooked. Boy, we cooked. Boy, we are cooked. If Kirk Cousins is gone and something happened to Michael Penix, I don't depend on any backup quarterback. Boy, we are cooked. Boy, we cooked like noodles when I was in high school. I'm talking about I like the chicken. I like the chicken flavor noodles. Boy, I would even cut up some sausages and put it in them. Thought I was a chef. But we are cooked. Now, can he be a solid backup that can maybe help us win a game? Come in, make a play for a half or a quarter? That's what we need for him. But any quarterback, now we start talking about playoffs. Boy, look, if your backup quarterback has to get in, boy, you are cooked. You cooked.
So if it was like a two game stretch, could he pull through?
I don't know. I got to see some more of them. Now mind you, what you first said in 2-game stretch, they on like two opposite sides of the spectrum. 2-game stretch and lead us to the playoffs is like, it's a totally different level of responsibility. So I'll say, can he potentially be a good backup quarterback to help us win a couple of games? We'll see. I'm not gonna say we cooked on that because that's a lot. It's a big responsibility. Don't let me say that it doesn't matter, but it's a lot different than someone getting hurt in the middle of the year and then they got to lead us to the playoffs. We'll see. I got to see more out of Easton Stick. I have to see more. I mean, he showed that he was. He showed that he didn't go out and stink it up. I'll just say that. But did he come out and make so many plays that I was like, oh my God, who is Easton Stick? I can't say that. I can't say that he did that. So I'm gonna keep watching.
All right, I'll try to go through some of the comments, man, that I'm seeing on Instagram, man. If I don't know if we still got any more comments from the other thing, let me know. But Black Sam says tapping in from Zone 6. What up, Black Sam on Instagram? AUG said he gonna need a critic. Guess he's talking about Shador. So many commentators are jealous. They hated his dad and trying to criticize Shador to hate on Dion. That CJ Lake fan. Black Sound says, shout out to the Falcons defense. Is looking real scary. Mr. 404, I like your name, Mr. 404 with the Georgia Bulldog icon. Says 100 strong arm. Black Sound Hitman Hams, bam, bam. Yeah, Hams was doing his thing. Mr. 44 gives us a strong arm. Falcons' latest AK, Fire Sign. Black Sound Facts been saying that. Got some more. Let's see. Leo at ATL Dirty Bird. How do you guys feel about Dorless, Woods, and AK in our first preseason game? I think these guys stood out and no one is giving them any recognition. And last but not least, Leo ATL Dirty Bird says Hitman Helms obviously showed out. That's our comments from Instagram, man.
Yeah, man. So it's we saw some things that we want to see. Like we want to have an imposing defense. I think everyone. I think I can speak for everyone, and let me know if I can't. I try not to speak for people, but being a Falcons fan, I do think I have a pulse on some of the things that we have had as thorns in our sides, right? And one of those is a lack of identity. When we look across the league, I think we can point to other teams that we feel like have an identity. You bring up this particular name, and there's an identity attached to that team, to that organization. I don't think there's necessarily an identity, or at least a positive identity, linked to the Atlanta Falcons. And so when we start seeing hits like Helms is giving out, when we see the potential of having, James Pierce Jr., who is out there being tough, we see a Jalen Walker, we see a defense who could potentially be tough. We've been looking for a team to give us an identity, a tough identity. Somebody said scary time for the Falcons. K Hoops, what's up, Miss K Hoops? Yeah, she
K Hoops, what it do?
That's our people right there. Shout out to K. But we've been looking for an identity for our Atlanta Falcons, and we're hoping that this turns into it. I'm sure everybody who's a Falcon fan feel the same way. We need an identity, and not a finesse identity. We've had some seasons where we had a really good offense, but we don't need a finesse. I don't think any of us necessarily want a finesse identity. We want a tough identity, whether that's on offense or whether that's on defense. And hopefully we're on the right path to getting that identity. Because Lord knows, boy, we need it. We need somebody back there busting heads without the flags. Busting heads without the flags in the secondary. We need a pass rush where people don't know what to do because they have people who they should be afraid of. K Hoops, what's up? Everything good on our end. We just talking Atlanta Falcons preseason. Shout out to K Hoops, man.
K Hoops in the building. Come on up, K Hoops.
So what about yourself? Be Rich. What about yourself, man? How you feeling about everything?
I'm feeling good as long as we're healthy, stay healthy. So today, Monday, we started the joint practice with the Tennessee Titans, correct?
I gotta look it up. I don't know if we started today or if they just get in town today and then practices kick off Tuesday and Wednesday. I gotta look that up.
Okay, is it in Atlanta? Is this week's game in Atlanta? Just curious. No, okay. I feel good about the Falcons, just like I feel good about the Hawks. I feel like our off season for both teams has some reason for the fan base to get excited. Man, the defense, man, I feel good. Trey. It's unknown. We're young. We don't know what to expect. But watching Raheem Morris and his coaches, they looking, smiling at each other like, hey, you see that? They looking over the Trey like, hey, you see that? Yeah, I'm feeling good. So I think they're feeling good about the product they're about to put on the field. So I'm feeling good, Trey. Let's see how it goes, man. One game at a time, man. One practice at a time.
Yeah, we all look. Every single city, every single team that has every single city that has an NFL team, every fan base for those teams, everybody is feeling good this time of year. So let's hope it translates out there on the field, man. Clayton Murray said, what was the average time of pressure we had on the QB? I thought it was quicker in every play, something I haven't seen in years. I definitely think we were getting pressure. I definitely think we were affecting the quarterback. We were getting pressure. Quarterback still made, like on that D-Alpha play that I told you he got picked and got beat over the top. Quarterback ended up getting the ball out for Detroit. But, man, we were back there on him. Like, we were back there on him even on that particular play. And so, hey, we'll see where it goes, man. Is there anything else that kind of caught your attention during this NFL preseason for anyone else. You know, a lot of the starters are
Oh,
sitting.
I do have something. You talking about for the Falcons or just for other NFL teams?
Just period. Just period.
Man, unfortunately, man, I saw something for a guy we traded Desmond Ritter for, Rondale Moore. He had a real bad leg injury this past weekend, man, and looks like he gonna be out for the year again. So I know that sucks for him, man. I saw the injury; it didn't look well. They carted him out, man, and when he was going on the cart, man, he just kept being like, oh, just like he looked disgusted, man. So I feel for him, man. Hopefully he can come back and be straight for next year. But he's out again, man, for a whole nother year, Trey.
Yeah, prayers up to Rondale Moore. Prayers up to Rondale Moore. You know, these guys are warriors. You know, these guys, they really are. They put their bodies on the line. I mean, like when you see the speed some of these guys are going and some of the hits they make, they put their bodies on the line. You hate to see guys get hurt. I know sometimes we as fans, and I'm not gonna say anybody on this live has done this, but I have seen people do it. Sometimes we can be very insensitive to what the players are going through, to what they have. And that's any sport. Sometimes we can be insensitive, treat them like they're robots. So I hate to see someone get hurt. It's no telling what he's going through mentally, spiritually. Hopefully he has a good village, has good people around him who can help him stay positive, stay motivated. Hopefully he's made, some good coin in his career and made some good decisions to where, we'll see where the future goes. I mean, having 2 season-ending injuries back-to-back, I'm not saying his career is over by any stretch of the imagination, but when you have 2 season-ending injuries back-to-back in the NFL, it starts to become tougher and tougher for teams to have faith in you. It starts to become tougher and tougher for you to make a roster, find anything guaranteed without having to go in and have it on a prove-it deal. So prayers up to Rondale Moore. Hopefully everything pans out for him. I hope the young man can get himself back healthy as fast as he can. Hope everything works out for him.
Yeah. I see someone says, how do you feel about the Kobe Bryant play? About his play. I didn't really I saw him on the field a couple times. I think he broke up a pass that I saw. But I really didn't get a chance to really see him out there like that. So maybe that's a good thing. They weren't throwing his way. I know what I didn't like what I saw near the end before the game ended. Detroit was really running the ball through the defense. They was really gashing up for some big yards. I saw that. And then I did see them get the last touchdown. Like I said, they had one play before halftime where D Offer got turned around, man. That was bad. But our offense seemed like it was moving. I like that. But what happened, and we did the right thing by calling the game. But I don't want to see those long runs we was giving up to Detroit near the end of the game. I didn't like that. As far as Kobe Bryant, the play I did see, he did good. Hopefully he can stand out and make this team. I'm pulling for him.
Yeah, man. Let me give a big shout out to Steve O. What's up, Steve O? He said, "What's good, fellas?"
What up, Steve O?
The scheme is the biggest difference I've seen in the defense. Matching up the players to begin that scheme alive will be fun throughout the season. And then Mr. Lewis, sorry if I can't get your first name the way it need to be pronounced. And he asked, how do you feel about Kobe Bryant? Then Steve-O also said, shout out to Helms, returning from injury and seems to be playing at a high level. That safety room and depth chart going to be interesting with Watts, Helms, and Bates. Yeah, it should be. And remember we brought in the safety from the Colts, I think, who's played with Raheem before, either the Colts or the Rams, who's played with Raheem before. He's a vet. I can't pull his name out of my thought process. Maybe.
Let me pull it up for you, Trey.
Okay. There's definitely. I would text you when this live is over. I appreciate that. I would text you when this live is over, man.
Yeah, Ronnie Harrison Jr.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the safety room should be very interesting. So we'll see how things go. We're gonna lock in on joint practices, and we'll see how things go. So before we get up out of here, anything today, I want to bring up something, especially since we have K Hoops. We have the lovely K Hoops in the building. Just hearing that name, Hoops, right? I want to talk about a video I saw, and this is a subject that she may end up, commenting on to putting some laughing emojis up. But I saw a video with our guy, A1 Sports, Shout out to Chris Tip Moore, A1 Sports, man. If y'all follow Falcons content, y'all know who he is. Well, he was interviewing Bob Ratman. I'm about to speak about our Atlanta Hawks. And he asked Bob Ratman, what does he think the Atlanta Hawks are going to do with Trae Young about this Trae Young extension? Because it hasn't been done yet. Should we as Atlanta Hawks fans worry? Bob Ratman, who is in the building, who is there around a lot of people, he said that he doesn't lose 1 second of sleep worrying about them getting this extension done. He says that he believes and feels it will 1,000% get done, that the Atlanta Hawks will 1,000% be signing Trae to an extension. Now, when that will happen, I don't know, but he said he does not worry about Trae Young at all. And so what do you think, B Rich, as far as, hearing Bob make those comments, him being someone who's been in the Hawks organization, who has done the games for decades now, him saying he doesn't worry about the Atlanta Hawks getting this deal done with Trae Young at all. He feels like it's 100% going to happen. I know we talked about it. We talked about it with Quarters with Porter. You know what I mean? I know you really want to see it get done. So do I, and other Hawks fans. What do you think about his comments?
Well, I will say this. I was there draft night, man. I was able to be with the media, man. And I did hear him say when he went to the podium in front of everybody at the State Farm Arena, he did say before the Hawks drafted on pick number 13th and before we traded down, I think it was like at 5, 6, 7 round there, he came up and said, "Hey man, I want you guys to look at Asa Newell." He said that's something the Hawks, may be don't be disappointed. We get another Bulldog. So man, he called it then. He called it then number 23, and he was talking at 5 and 7 around that pick, man. So, I trust what he says. But one thing I see, man, K Hoops, man, got the zip emoji up, her lips are sealed emoji. I hope it's for the positive that Trae Young is staying, and we're gonna do this extension, K Hoops. But no, I feel good about him saying that, man, because he definitely hit it dead on the draft. So hopefully he hits it dead on Trae Young as well.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how things go, and we'll see if things get locked up in Atlanta. And man, shout out to everybody that's on the line right now, man. We got people in from Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, man, everywhere. We really, 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 really appreciate y'all for locking in with us. And Kay, I definitely will text you when we finish this live. We had to set up time where I can get that goodie bag.
I want a goodie bag. What the heck? How you get a goodie bag and I don't get one? Man, hold on, man. Let's have a word from our sponsors, man. We'll be right back.
Attention all out-of-towners who complain about the city of Atlanta. If you don't like sitting in traffic 1 hour going, 1 hour back, always saying I can't stand Atlanta, guess what? We don't care. Move. Number 2, if you don't like the restaurants, the food ain't this, the food ain't that. They put lemon pepper on everything. Guess what? We don't like it either, but we don't care. Move. Anytime an ice cube fall, they shut the whole city down. In my city, we climb through 100 feet snow. Guess what? We don't care. Move. Always complaining about the parking. They got hookah everywhere you go. They got hookah at Bible study, hookah down at the tag office, hookah at the old folks home. Hell, they even got hookah down at Kroger. Guess what? We don't care. Move. You heard Goody Mob. If you don't like where I stay, you can just fly away. If you don't like the music, the clubs, the food, or whatever it is, take my advice and remember, we don't care. Move. This message was brought to you by Atlanta University. Move.
Yeah, man. If you like that shirt, man, I put the link right there. The Neek One shirt. If you want to get that, man, go to 285clothing.com and go ahead and scoop you one of those up. We also can get the blood pressure birds are stressing me out. If you want one of those, man, go support us, man, at 285clothing.com.
Hey, man, talk to the people for a second, because I wanna speak on that particular video, man. It's something I saw this morning. I gotta find it. Let me see if I can find it. I hope I can find it. I should have taken a picture of it this morning. I got it right now. I got it right now. My bad. I got it right now. So speaking about that video, right? Of course, hey man, we from the city of Atlanta. We tired of having people come from out of town, talk about our city. And so, I like to get our point across, but also have, make some fun, have a good time, make people laugh. But there's always somebody getting triggered. There is always somebody getting triggered.
What happened, Trey?
And I want to read y'all this comment. I wish I should have already had it prepared. Well, B Rich could put it up on the screen.
Text it to me.
I want y'all to see this comment, man, and I want to read this comment. Let's see how fast we can get this comment up on the screen, man, because I think this is so funny. I'm telling you, if triggered was a person, there are some people out there who get triggered. How you get triggered about someone that's from the city of Atlanta, live in the city of Atlanta, and not wanting to have the city of Atlanta disrespected or talk bad about? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me for just speaking the real. And I'm just having fun. Stop getting triggered by social media. Man, please, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off reading it until you pull it up on the screen. There we go. Y'all take some time to read this. Let me read it. This was somebody said. Y'all are truly corny as, I'm going to say hell. Y'all are truly corny as hell for this. Southern hospitality, my you know what. Just country and rude. A bunch of renters don't own ish. Everyone act like they own a business, but always need to borrow. Never seen another place outside of Atlanta. Non-traveled, low income, scared we are here because our come up. Not moving. I'm here to stay. May purchase a second location and have one of you pay my mortgage in your hometown. Move. Get out the way.
What's her name? Shayla.
Man, we ain't even gotta call her name. They see her name. Man, now leave it up there for a second. Leave the comment up there for a quick second, man. In case people haven't seen. I just think this, if triggered, listen, lady, if triggered was a person, this all I want to know. What ATL dude then got up under your skin and broke your heart? What ATL woman then broke your heart? You then came down here, somebody then put some of that Atlanta game on you and broke your heart, and you're mad because you were probably funding their campaign. You was probably funding his mixtape or funding her mixtape, and you got your heart broke. Chill out. Let me tell you something. It's people who get money out here in the city of Atlanta. And if we got to talk about non-travel, let me tell you something, ma'am. I done been through 2 passports. Not one, baby. I done been through 2 of them. I done had to get a 3rd passport. I had 1 passport, had to get new pages in it, went through that, got a 2nd passport, went through that bad boy, and now I'm on my 3rd. So you need to stop. You need to stop out there funding folks mixtape campaigns. You know what I'm talking about, Steve-O. She done met some little dude who done sat there and put a little game on you. Next thing you know, you paying for them to perform with DJ Funky and X. Next thing you know, you paying for them getting ones thrown in that Magic City because they paid the DJ to play their song. Don't get mad because your money getting thrown around while they get their campaign and mixtape going. Don't be mad at the city of Atlanta. Be mad at yourself for falling for the foolishness. Go back to wherever you came from. And I love people from everywhere. I never mean it when I say move truly, not from the heart. I never really want to kick y'all out because I have a lot of great friends who are actually from other places who live in Atlanta. But you, ma'am, you can kick rocks. You can get on up out of here. That song, Move, get out the way. That was meant for you. Stop funding mixtape campaigns and get your life together.
Hey, Trey, you think a YN or Unc got her mad? What you think?
Hey, man, boy, she probably got used by both. But she got her a YN fund his mixtape, and then next thing you know, that didn't work out. So she went and got her older dude and tried to fund his landscaping company. Once he got the lawnmowers that he needed and the correct areas that he needed, boy, he rolled off into the sunset, and now her grass is 6 feet tall, and she is stuck in the weeds. You need to
She's
get
stuck
off
in the weeds.
She's stuck in the weeds. You know what I'm saying? You need to leave our city alone.
Hey, Steve-O said maybe an auntie too.
Hey, hey,
So
man.
she done went from a YN to an auntie.
Hey, man, don't tell me auntie done got a two little K who said that's the residual of an unk. That man then got her to fund his landscaping business, and next thing you know, she is done. Sitting here riding around smoking hookah with the latest promoter and mad because they broke her heart. Let me tell you something, ma'am. We love the city of Atlanta. We are from the city of Atlanta. You're welcome to come here, but you are not welcome and will not be allowed to disrespect anybody in the city of Atlanta that's from the city of Atlanta. Get yourself together. And like I always like to say, women, you better stop. You better stop.
I classify this as buddy of the week, bro.
Oh, yeah, she is the buddy of the week. I read that this morning. I started to text it to her. This is the mixtape funder. I hear funding campaigns. I hear funding everybody's campaign. It ain't my fault. I'm going to hit DJ Funky up, send him your picture, see if he saw you around with some young rapper talking about man is me. I'm going to the top. That's your fault. That is your fault, man. She gets the buddy of the week. How you gonna go off on Atlanta, man? If Trigger was a person, it would be this young lady right here.
All right, you want me to take it down?
Yeah, man. We can move on, man. We done, man. On that note, man. On that note, we done, man. We just had a little fun, man. Hey, listen, but shout out to you. Way to keep putting money into the city of Atlanta, helping the city build on up. Keep on spending money, funding these campaigns. We need you. We need. Probably was Javi. Javi probably got a hold to her. She probably Javi.
Oh my God!
Got a hold to her and got out there paying Flex to mix. You know what I'm saying? Javi probably didn't got a hold to her. But look, man, let's get back to the brass tacks of things, and that's the Atlanta Falcons. The season is kicked off. The NFL season is kicked off. Shedeur Sanders looked good in his first level of play. A lot of the Colorado players, man, one of the wide receivers from Colorado took one to the house for the Ravens, man. Took either a kickoff or a punt to the house, man, for the Ravens, man. Shout out to these young men. Shout out to everybody making plays and every young man that's out there trying to make a team right now. You know what I'm saying? I see Renard just jumped in. What's up, Renard Smith? He has a son who's playing college ball, and at some point, his son will be on that journey to making an NFL team and putting in blood, sweat, and tears. So shout out to the young men.
You know about his son? You know a little bit more about his son?
Now, Renard, I know he's an offensive lineman. Renard, I have to break down everything about him. Renard can send me some more information on him, but I know he was at a transition from high school to a smaller college at first. Now he's getting an opportunity at a bigger college. He went in, showed some tape. I can't remember the name of the college. I saw Renard put the post up about his son moving to another school. So he started off at a smaller one. Now he's at a big one. So he's progressing through the system. But the reason I bring him up, I happened to see his comment as I was getting ready to say this about all the young men that's trying to make teams. Like, we be real harsh on some of the guys that's out there doing the preseason, and we may even say some things that's not flattering. But behind those young men are dreams they want and their families. You know what I mean? Who praying that these things happen for them, who praying for them, who want them to do the best, and who out there supporting them along the way. So shout out to every young man that's out there trying to make the league right now. Shout out to every young man that's playing hard. I hope everyone makes the plays they're supposed to make. And, if God willing, man, I hope those dreams come true no matter what. I hope each and every one of them sticks with it and continues to make the dream come true. So I'm going to just enjoy watching preseason football from that. Oh, and one last note, man, if anybody can tell us what's the biggest high school game this Friday that y'all think we should go to. Dukes told me that Buford is playing, I think Milton County. I think he said they playing them, but it's Thursday, and I got to work. I can't go Thursday. I think he said it might be on ESPN. Buford just built like a $60-some million stadium or something like that, right?
60 million?
6 million, some kind some outrage. Now look it up. It may have been 60 million. Dog, I'm talking about it's outrageous. It's college level.
Hey, hit up Rusty Manziel, man, and see what he says. Maybe we can link up with him. Go see a game or hit up Quincy, man. See what's going on this Friday, man. I wouldn't mind checking out Quincy's team. Wouldn't mind seeing what Rusty's talking about and see what we can do, man.
So let me jump
down
in.
to go.
Georgia high schools high school, Buford, just finished $62 million football stadium.
Man, what kind
Up
of
there.
money are they bringing
Yeah,
in
you see
Buford,
K Hoop
Georgia,
just put it
man?
up. Yeah, look, and the city paid for it itself. Like they paid for it within the city. So I definitely want to get to a Buford game. But yeah, if anybody knows the high school game, we should go to
I
if it's
think that
one that's
costs
right.
more than Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, bro.
Of course, it's different times, but yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Look, man, they have a huge board in the stadium, right, for everybody to watch. But outside the stadium, it's a board just as large where you can see the score and highlights out on the outside of the stadium. That's attached to the outside of the
Shout
stadium.
out to Buford, man. We gotta catch one of them games at the $62 million
Yeah.
stadium,
You
man.
see, yeah. K Hoops put 62 million in, and Deborah, uh, you know what I'm saying, put 62
I
million
see
in. Oh
these.
yeah, then
I see these water girls, man. They up on it, man. They up on it.
yeah,
That
man.
knowledge, man. Shout out
Yeah,
to the
then
water girls,
Steve.
K Hoops and Deborah, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Then Steve O, he said Sean Spoon, he talking about Sean Weatherspoon. You know, he has a team, he's coaching now.
Okay, we
You
gotta
know,
check them
so
out.
yeah, so K Hoops, hey, let's figure out a Buford game to go to. Let's figure out a Buford game. We all can link up at the Buford game. Yeah, like so
That
I'm
sounds
looking for a
fun.
high
I
school
love to go
game.
see that
Yeah.
stadium.
I'm looking for a high school game. Man, like Duke say he thinks they play Thursday on ESPN. If they played Friday, I would go to that game.
Man, Trey,
I would go to that
I
game.
used to live
Man,
out there in
some
Decula, man. I used to live
I
out there in
remember.
Decula, like one city away from there.
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Did we go to
Yeah.
Buford for that Falcons practice? Was that out there?
You know what? What was it? I think it was at one of I think it was at Buford Stadium. Wasn't that in Buford?
It was somewhere, man. It was out there. I know we drove up there to see the practice last year.
Mm, I don't know, but yeah. So they play against Milton, like Duke said, Thursday. Man, I can't go. Darn. So,
All
but
right,
they
Steve-O.
play
We got you, Steve-O.
they play Roswell and September. Oh, Douglas County. They play Douglas County on the 12th. Now, I think Farage's son plays for Douglas County.
Faraji from
I gotta look
Strikeout
that up.
Wings.
Yeah. I think I got Farage from Strikeout Wings. I think his son plays for Douglas County. I got to look. But anyway, yeah. If anybody know any games that we should go to, man, hit us up. Hit us up.
Hey, we need
We
to She said Swanee. Falcons practice in Swanee. I mean, Flowery Branch. Did I say Swanee? I don't know. But hey, let's catch a game. Let's catch a practice this week, Trey, if you can, in the morning. I wouldn't mind going up to the Falcons Flowery Branch, man. Seeing some stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm catching other practices, but I definitely gonna catch a high school game this Friday. So yes, man. Somebody put it in, man. Or somebody can leave a comment on the Instagram. Somebody can leave a direct message on the Facebook or whatever. Let us know what's the best high school game to go to Friday. But anyway, man, hey, it's time to wrap this thing up. Shout out to everybody that came through. We appreciate you. Let me tell you something. When we started this, we started it just for our love for sports. But every time we have people tap in with us and we see people start to become family, we truly appreciate it because no one has to pay any attention to anything you do in life. No one has to pay attention to anything you do in life. And so we surely appreciate that you guys find our content worth checking out and worth supporting. And we appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? We always say this. This is the truth. The Waterboyz Show. We represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. We look forward to good joint practices this week out at Atlanta Falcons. We'll see who shows out in the preseason. This week, we look forward to, seeing a Trey Young extension come up later in this offseason. And, man, we just look forward to just doing more dope content. We got some new episodes that's coming out. Joe Hamilton getting ready to come out. We just dropped Michael Jenkins. We just dropped one with Quarters with Porter. We're getting ready to film with some really dope people. So, man, y'all just keep on supporting. We appreciate y'all. Any last words before I close it out, Be Rich?
No, man, I'm good to go on your radio. I'm cold getting paid. Correct said so. Anybody can tell me where that came from, man? I'll cash you right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Kay, let's make that happen. We're going to go to a Buford game. I think I might be eyeing this Douglas County game. That's on September the 12th, but they also play Roswell on September the 5th. So let's see. Those are some games that, you let us know what your schedule look like. But I'll shoot you a text. It's all good. But anyway, on behalf of myself, Trey, my partner, Be Rich, and everybody that's representing the Waterboyz Show, We are out.